Welcome to Casual Mondays. This week's topic I'm going to tackle is building a team. This could apply to a couple things, right? Are you a creator that just wants to continue to create, or you want to create an agency? Are you an agency owner that wants to build a huge agency, or you want to create products? Are you building an amazing product that eventually you want to, get acquired and retire and live in Hawaii? I don't know. You have to figure out what you want to do. But basically, what is the vision, 5-year vision for where you want to be? And it doesn't have to be perfect. The vision can be blurry and kind of be like a little bit like a sketch. We don't need a full oil painting of your future. We're not in the job here of being psychics, but you have to have that clear vision. So in that vision, where are you right now? If you're at the point now where you're growing, you're getting more business, and you need to build an actual team of people, full-time employees. It always starts with that first employee. Lloyd! Can I manage, maintain, and create what I'm doing well and scale it with the help of someone else? That is the age-old question. I know a lot of great creatives who can't. And I know a lot of okay creatives that can and can be equally successful. So you're at that point, you're getting celebrated for your craft in whatever way, whether you're a creator or you have an agency and you're winning some clients, and you need to start to hire and employ people. So at the beginning of 88, I didn't just outright hire someone at the beginning. We used to do like a 90-day getting to know each other for both parties, because it's like anything. I mean, you could meet, have amazing chemistry, feel like, you're going to do amazing as a team, and then get into it and realize it's not even that one person's better than the other, but it's just doesn't work. I mean, I do a metaphor of a band a lot of times. There has to be a natural kind of chemistry that creates the rhythm in which you guys play together to make something great. So we used to do it 90 days. This was both ways, usually around 2 months. We check in, see how the vibe was going. A lot of times it worked out. I think even that time period really just gave people time to really reflect themselves. They wanted to be there. I'm not saying you're questioning whether you want to be there or not, but really spending that first 90 days to reflect on, is this the place I want to be? And I was really fortunate. When I sold the agency at 8 years, I had people for 5 years. Like over 50% of the people worked for me over 5 years. So I had a huge percentage of people that have been with me for a long time, worked their way up, and made a decision to commit to make their vision our vision, which is super important. So say you're that creator, you're an amazing photographer, and you want to include video. You're amazing at photos, you're just good at video. You're looking for that videographer. So understand, I want to build this creative agency. I want to be a creator that creates more content in different ways. I want to have that. What's that next step? And then you look at, what do I need to do that? And I'm going to take you through the next step, which I call yin and yang, to understand what you need to get to that next step. So first, what's your vision? Next step, yin and yang, understanding what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, and hiring someone to help you in the areas of your weak. And when I say weak, it doesn't mean you're completely failing at it. I think that's what people can misunderstand about this, is saying, oh, I'm just completely terrible at it. No, to have a great company, everything needs to be great. You can be great at what you're good at, but you'll only ever be good at what you're bad at. And that takes a lot of self-honesty. And I think sometimes as creators, we're naturally insecure as creators and creatives. So we kind of overcompensate and pump ourselves up. So you have to have a real humble, honest look at yourself to realize where your strengths are and where this company's going to go, and where you do need that counterpart. And again, when you're finding that counterpart, you guys are going to grow together. You have to be comfortable with understanding that you're going to have that vision of what you want it to be, but it's going to morph as you include people. And if you really do include people in a collaboratory way, you're going to evolve into something better than what you imagine.
I'll come in and I'll say, I have these words. They're looking for a home. What do you think? And John is exquisite at listening to what I'm doing. I kind of feel like I'm surrounded by geniuses and I'm a little bit of the idiot, but he's good at deciphering the idiot's genius. So he listens to me and he's like, I know what to put with that. And then it just grows.
I think that comes with a little bit of faith and trust and experience. If you go to my last video, there's going to be moments where you think that maybe you're never going to accomplish that, but you need to keep going. But understand that building a team is about all tides rising together. And teams do have leaders, right? If you are the head of this company, you do need to lead and create that vision and hold that vision tight and keep on reminding everyone about the vision. And as it shifts and molds, continue to push that up and recognizing the vision. It's part of having a vision. There's also recognizing the vision as it unfolds and just reminding the team that's where we're going. Because I think collaboration is the core to human existence. Everything great was done by a group of people, right? Like, we look to Steve Jobs as taking credit for obviously Apple, but Apple was his vision. We all know the story that he couldn't even code. So it was his vision that made Apple, but not him alone.
If you want to hire great people and have them stay working for you, you have to let them make a lot of decisions, and you have to be run by ideas, not hierarchy. The best ideas have to win. So otherwise, good people don't stay.
Great things are made by teams and radical collaboration. So you need to find the best formula for doing that. Obviously, in any entrepreneurial endeavor, you're leaving your comfort zone. So I'm not saying you're only always doing your strengths. It's that you need to kind of step out of your comfort zone and do things. But there's a rule I always say: you will always be great at what you're good at, but you only be good at what you're bad at. That to me is a lot of personal reflection of saying what that truly means. I'll repeat it again. You will only be great at what you're good at. And we're going to apply this later to other people too. And you can only be good at what you're bad at. Say you're naturally good at photography, right? You could push yourself hard and become great at that and excel. So in that first hire, the yin to the yang is, what are you only ever going to be good at? And find someone good at it that eventually wants to be great.
Yeah. I can't learn every single division, and that's still somewhat in my area of business. Yeah. I have to go and license it, and I'd rather split $1 in half with somebody to make way more than go try to learn it myself and lose trying to understand a whole nother industry.
Or find someone great at it and pay for it. So you have to kind of understand that thing, but you need to recognize that. And that just comes from, again, an interview, ask them questions, get references. A lot of times I met employees through other people, through friends. That can go amazing sometimes. That can go not so amazing other times. But, whatever way you're kind of out there finding it, find the yin to your yang. So really recognize at first, what is the low-hanging fruit that's going to make you have more time to do what you're great at and become better at, and then make what you're good at great. So if you can get those two things aligned, and again, so I can take you through the creative process. If you're a great creative and you're not that good at business, do you have that great business partner? If you're amazing at business, keeping those relationships strong, but need that amazing creative partner that's going to kind of give you the ideas, find that yin and yang. Find that person that can be your left brain, right brain, that can accelerate you quicker. Second, what's your yin and yang? And now 3 is, now you've found that person. How do you get to know that person through your creative process and work well together? The person that can really lead and continue to be a creator and create through the growth of their company and also inspire, motivate, and have an awesome team will obviously have further and greater success. How much success? That's another question. I often wonder, is success always growth? Is success always more? I mean, that definitely was my philosophy with 88. I hold a little more humble point of view of success now, but we'll get to that later. I'm a very preemptive person. I call it fireman philosophy, where you wait for a fire and you put it out. I'm more preventative, which is more like holistic medicine, where I try to look at the whole thing holistically regularly and try to find out, how can I get ahead of it? So how do I do that? One-on-ones, group meetings. For my agency, I ask 3 questions. How's the team doing? How's the work feeling? And how are we doing with the client? Make sure that as the leader of this company, you're protecting and pushing the vision, but people aren't scared to kind of to give your advice. So I used to always say one thing: please, when you come with a challenge or problem, I don't like complaints. I would appreciate if you came with a solution, like a suggested solution. I might not take that solution, to be quite honest. Like, I might have my own solution, but like, at least we're in the solution. But we have to be able to talk about the challenges together as teammates. We can't just always rah-rah each other on and like take, I knew a company where the founder, he would yell about the wins and whisper up the losses. And I like to yell about the losses too. And not at each other, but acknowledge that there's something to learn here. So I hope those 3 tips help you begin the foundation, building a great team. I'd love to know if you want a series, leave a comment and any questions, because I think this is a super complex part of building a business, because people are people, everyone is different, everyone's situations are different. So there's a lot to discuss here. Hope you're having a casual Monday today. Keep it casual all week. Later.